What up, guys? I'm going to attempt to do this video. It's probably going to be an abrupt cut and then I'll finish it because I'm at Target right now in a drive-up slot to pick up some groceries and other stuff for my wife because she's kind of going through some sleep deprivation right now. I apologize if I keep going like this. I know it's kind of annoying because they're going to come up any second and I have some time to kill. So yeah, it's been a while since I did a life update, guy. I got this ugly pimple right here. I don't know. That's a weird spot to get a pimple. I know it's kind of gross. It ended up popping. Things have been pretty damn busy. You ever get those days where it just kind of feels like Groundhog Day? You're doing the same thing over and over and over. And one of the issues that I had was that at our house, the lights were flickering. Now, this happened about a month ago. It was flickering. I called an electrician, and that was my first mistake. When you have problems with flickering lights, the first thing you want to do is you want to get in contact with your utility company first, because they don't charge, So I jumped the gun. I went with the electrician first to check some stuff, and they said it was fine. Called the utility company, PG&E. I have a hard time dealing with them. The workers themselves, the technicians that I met, were really nice, but the structure of the company is less to be desired. But that's for another discussion, another rant. I think I've talked about PG&E before. Anyway, the guy comes out about a month ago. I wasn't there. He checked some things. He tightened some wires and stuff and said it was fine. I was like, last month. Then it was good for a while. Then a month later, it started happening again. So I called the utility company again. Luckily, when they came for the appointment, I was there from home, coming back from break from work, and this one guy named Bob or Bobby. He was very nice, and he said he checked now, I'm not an electrical guy, so I don't know all the technical terms, but he put a little meter to the outside of the main panel, and it said that it read correctly. And he said, at this point, we don't have to do anything further, but I am going to put, I think it was a voltimeter, check the voltage going into the house, and he put that on it, and it would record for like 3 to 5 days, see what happens. After 5 days, he came back and got the reading, gave me the report, and he did say that the voltage, they're here right now. I gotta go. Actually, no, not here. It's right next door. God damn, this is annoying. They read the voltage, and it read 98 volts. Now, for appliances, sorry, I'm back. Very abrupt. They were right there. I do got to make it quick because I don't want to. Although it's not that busy right now, I don't want to take a spot for people that are trying to get the groceries. Anyways, the recorder had read 98 volts, and for appliances, because a lot of times when I was turning on the microwave and other stuff, the washer and dryer, it was flickering. It dimmed a few times, but it was mostly flickering. And he said, yeah, the report had read like 98 volts, and usually like appliances got a minimum like 110 volts to like 120. So based on that, they had PG&E come out on another day. They came out on a weekday last week, and they came around 4 p.m. and they started digging outside, and they said nothing was really reading. But they did replace some old wires. But after that, they worked from like 4 p.m. to 11:15 p.m. and they had to cut off electricity. Thankfully, I got the emergency generator, so it was running all night, but it's just, and after that, it was 11 o'clock. I was already asleep by then. The guy had left. They don't leave you a report. They don't tell you nothing, what's going to go on. I called the next day to find out what's the status, what happened. And they go and they give me the runaround and say, yeah, it's going, we are probably going to come back. We don't know when. We don't have a date. We don't have a time. I'm like, oh, great. So I'm going to follow up again. It's really annoying. They left a bunch of markers. I Googled it. They left some red flags, some orange flags, some yellow flags. They put chalk all over the area. So it almost looks like as if they're going to have to drill even further down. Because the problem, and I didn't want to make this rant about PG&E, but the problem is if you Google PG&E, a lot of their infrastructure, their equipment is like 100 years old. Our circle, I live in a circle, goes all the way around. Our area has had a lot of problems. I think down the street, another house down the street, about like 10 or 15 houses down on the tail end, probably had similar problems because their sidewalk had to get they had to use a jackhammer, and the jackhammer in. So right now, after they at least did a few wires, they replaced a few wires. I'm not sure if that's helping, but I do feel like it's not flickering as bad, but it's still not perfect. So it's to be determined. It's very, very annoying. And outside of that, What else? I was getting these. I'm not sure if it's 100% ingrown toenail, but what happened was, and this is like a lot of foot talk, I get and people I've followed my channel know I get red toes. They're called, I don't know if you pronounce it correctly, it's called chilblains. I get red toes, and what happens is that when it gets really cold, and it's crazy because I live on the West Coast, I would not survive on the East Coast. Anyways, when my toes get really cold, you get chilblains, and that's just a lack of circulation, and your toes get kind of itchy and they get red. So to combat that, I wear extra socks. But inadvertently, by wearing more socks, I doubled up the socks at home. There's like wool socks that my wife got me, really tacky ones, but it's just around the house. Some of them are festive. They have like little pictures of bears on them. It's just pretty funny if you were to see it. Anyway, I wore the double socks, and they still feel numb. I feel like I'm going to get the chilblains. So I did triple socks at home, triple wool socks at home. Chilblains go away. But you heard about unintended consequences. By doing the triple socks, what happened was when you don't give enough room for your toes to move around, it can aggravate your toe, especially if you're not cutting your toenail correctly. Maybe I'll do future videos. I'm not a podiatrist, but when you cut your toe, like this is my fingernail, but if you cut your toenail, you're supposed to you kind of got to go cut it across like this. You want to cut it across like this. You don't want to like curve it, and it's kind of like getting ingrown. It kind of like, when you dig too much and you dig too aggressively, it can cause some pain. So I was getting some toe pain. So I did schedule an appointment with a podiatrist for this Friday. The toe pain went away. I knew it would, but it's just something that I want to bring up and see. I don't want to do nothing too invasive. I want to do something less invasive. So I want to see what they want, see what the podiatrist is going to say. I went to her back in 2014 just to get an opinion, because I don't want to encounter this again, and also might as well kill two birds with one stone. Do you want to talk about with her, even though she's not a sports specialist, but she might have a referral, and just give me some opinions, her opinion on my leg issues. It's a little better, but because I'm running more, so I might as well just ask about that. Outside of that, like I said, I'm at Target right now. Usually my wife picks up these groceries or goes inside the store, but she has been getting a lot of sleep deprivation. Again, she had this months ago, and I think it's hormonal. Usually when before her period, it tends to happen, and there's a lot of issues going on. So I need to try to help as much as possible for her. And I need to get back soon right now, stop dicking around with this and get this video out. That's a lot going on. Other than that, I thought there was one more thing I wanted to talk about, but this always happens when I do a video. Talked about the toes. I talked about, I'm having a brain fart. What did I talk about the first time? Oh, the PG&E electricity. Still going to work. Say that for another video. And they keep pushing me in California. I do want to note that if you live in one of the freer states, don't take it for granted. Out here in California, this especially in my area, my county, it feels like Australia 2.0, China 2.5, 3.0, whatever version. It's just a weird feeling, so I'll save that for another video. I do see myself maybe in the future at least splitting time in California, especially unless these policies change. It's just not a way to live. And right now, obviously, I have a kid, so it's not that easy. But as she gets older and as she progresses and eventually, gets out of the house, becomes an adult, I'll have more options. I have a lot of family in Texas already. I've thought about Florida. I've thought about other states. We'll see. That's my time. Thanks for watching. There was one more thing I want to talk about, but obviously it can't be as important. I will talk to you later, and more videos coming. And talk to you later. Bye.